Hello and welcome back to another episode of DLC. I'm your host today, Joey Fitz, and today we're talking about a retro-inspired sci-fi game by the name of Crush Depth. Before we get into the episode, I would like to offer a huge thanks to our friends over at Game.Press and the developer at Maybe Entertainment for a review copy of the game. Really appreciate it. So, what is Crush Depth? Crush Depth is a first-person sci-fi horror adventure that was released on the 21st of November 2025. You explore deep ocean depths after a lucrative salvage mission goes terrifyingly wrong. What should have been a one-way ticket to an easy life turns into a desperate struggle for survival as you uncover the fate of Eclipse Station, and you discover that you're not quite alone down there. The core experience blends atmospheric exploration, puzzle solving, and survival horror in a flooded, claustrophobic environment where your danger isn't always visible. So the game drops you into the deep ocean's eerie abyss, and it's centered around the Eclipse Station, a once functioning underwater research facility, and it's been interrupted by something very sinister. As you delve deeper, you piece together the story through environmental clues, scattered voice logs that slowly reveal what happened here. The narrative leans heavily into horror and mystery, with the ocean itself feeling like a character. It's oppressive, it's unpredictable, and it's relentlessly hostile and aggressive. So the gameplay itself in Crush Depth, it thrives on its atmosphere. The deep sea is dark and it really feels like it's on top of you at all times. Your flashlight and limited tools are absolutely essential, and sound clues are used to help guide you and build tension. Progression often involves solving environmental puzzles. For example, restoring power or accessing secured areas which break up the tension and give you moments to think strategically. Now, I said it's a survival horror, and this is important because underwater you are very slow. You've got very limited sprint, and you must manage resources like flares and light while navigating maze-like corridors in unfathomable depths. Threats lurk in the dark, and escaping or distracting them with flares adds suspense to these encounters. So what does the game do really well? The setting of the game, the ocean, is very unsettling. If you have thalassophobia, this might be one to avoid. The game uses sound and visuals to amplify the feeling of oppression. Dark environments, limited vision, and the knowledge that something is out there and it could be very nearby make for very tense exploration. Another thing it does well is the narrative slowly unfolds as you explore. The logs and environmental storytelling keep you guessing as to what actually happened here. So unlike other heavy simulators or overly complex survival games, Crush Depth focuses on its pacing and atmosphere rather than micromanagement, and it makes it easy for players who are new to the genre to jump right in and enjoy the experience. I really enjoyed my time with Crush Depth, but I think if you're coming at this looking for something that you can keep playing over and over again or play for an extended period of time, you might want to look elsewhere. It's not that it's a bad game, it was really fun, and I think it didn't outstay its welcome. The entire playthrough took me about an hour and 25 minutes. So, whilst it's not the longest game, that doesn't mean it's a bad game. And for the £6.69 or roughly $10 price point, I think you're probably getting good bang for your buck here. So, Crush Depth itself is a promising indie sci-fi horror adventure for players who enjoy atmospheric exploration and a slow burn mystery rather than heavy action gameplay. Its deep sea setting and the environmental storytelling create a really chilling mood, and the combination of puzzles with survival horror elements keeps that tension really high. If you're a fan of underwater mysteries or survival horrors or even puzzle games, I think I can recommend Crush Depth. Once again, thank you to our friends over at GamePress and Maybe Entertainment for the review copy of the game. I've been Joey Fitz. Thank you very much for listening to DLC. Make sure you look after yourself.